Celebrity chefs getting a bit of a roasting this morning in the papers by researchers. TV chefs roasted over the recipes. Supermarket meals are lower in fat and calories. Let's now open this up for debate. This came from a study by Newcastle University. And with me now in the studio is Nicole. Nicole is a nutritionist. And basically, there are suggestions that a lot of these cookery programmes should go post 9 o'clock because their recipes are unhealthy.
I don't agree with that at all, because I want younger people to see how exciting it is to make their own food, to be interested, to see how accessible it is. We don't want to cut people off from being able to prepare their own food. It's always going to be the best option. That's where you can get all the fruits and vegetables in, and you can learn about food. However, I think what this does pick out is, just to give a little nudge, to always keep nutrition in the focus, to always give maybe suggestions on how to make foods healthier. And maybe just to highlight that some foods are treat foods and some foods are foods that you just keep in smaller portion sizes.
They're also going through here, whether it's meatballs with peppers, whether it is family chicken casserole, whether it is Greek lamb chops, they are less in salt, they're less in fat than Jamie, than Hugh, than what's her name, Nigella, each time.
Again, there's things to look at. First of all, it's the portion sizes that are being served up. Often the supermarket portions can be very small, so you're not actually comparing like for like.
Very interesting, because this is a very good point that Sarah Jane's mum makes about portion sizes.
Well, my dad went out and bought extra large crockery, as he does. My dad loves his food, and it drives my mum mad, because you feel like you have to cover the entire plate with food, otherwise it looks small. So my mum's always going on about getting smaller plates, which I think would help.
Now, portion size is the key thing. Really, if you eat everything in the right amount, you can pretty much eat anything, because you're going to eat it in proportion.
I also read a report this week, and it's interesting you say about portion sizes, that that Indian takeaways in particular are on a downturn because more people are going to supermarkets to buy their Indian meals in takeaway form, because they believe they are healthier.
Right, which may be the case if the portion size is smaller, but also the labels are there. The labels are there so you can see and make informed choices. And I think that's another thing to point out, is that when we have recipe books, it might help to put nutritional data on there so people can see this is a treat food and this recipe is a good one for every day.
And also, the trouble is, when you, like for example, Indian takeaway food, it tastes nicer because there's more fat in it. So you think, kind of, I don't know, it's a trade-off, really.
The other thing is also, you're saying about these cookery programmes, etc., but how often are we going to make a Jamie Oliver meal every day? No.
That is the question.
But then that's where the chefs can come in to teach us how to make healthy food tastier. So it's bringing the two together.
Yeah, but having something bad every now and then isn't bad.
Absolutely
I'm sorry, I will eat Jamie Oliver food maybe once a month or another.
But I'll also pick out, in this study, there was a range of recipes. So not all of the meals, say, for example, in the Jamie Oliver, fitted in the category of being high in all the areas. It's a case of which meal you pick. And that's where the data might be useful to have on individual recipes, so people can see that this one is a higher fat treat food, so and this one is a healthy one.
Everything in moderation, basically.
We always end those discussions with these words, don't we?
Everything in moderation. If only we practiced what we preached. That's the thing. Let's get the weather in moderation today. I think it is going to be quite a moderate day, isn't it, Naz?